250 orbs. These orbs go by so quick. Butterfly Eyes and then Full Bring Rook. Oh, when you said Full Bring Rook, I thought you meant Bankai Rook. I got excited for you for a second. I'm like, wait a second. Cowboy got Okiura. Hey, well, at least we got a 5-star. Congrats to Cowboy. That's good. Got Ryukin and Mayuri. Are your eyes able to see it? No. Oh my god, no. They're tricking me. Yes! Alright, what is going on, guys? Spiteful is back in, coming at you with a quick little overview on what Step Ups actually is. And I'll also go over choose a 6-star because that's actually a huge part of Step Ups now. And yeah, so let's talk Step Ups. I'm just messing with you guys. Give me a break. All right, so moving into it, I do have a little list here with all the rates that we had. Now, originally, back when Step Ups was released, we had some crazy, insane rates. We had 3 characters as the banner characters. I'm not quite sure on the filler pool. I wasn't playing at the time. I actually started about 1 month or 2 months after the original Step Ups. And back in the day, it went like this. The first single was free, and it was 3% chance. The next single was 10 orbs for 6% chance, 20 orbs for 6% chance, then 25 orbs for an 8% chance, and then a massive, it's like 25 orbs for a massive 10% chance. So if you wanted to blow your load and just summon at the 10% rate, you could, but you could also go the route of multis, which honestly was quite insane. The first multi was 6% chance, and it was 50 orbs. Now, I'm bringing that up because nowadays you have to unlock 6% rates as opposed to how it used to be where it just started off as 6%, which is insane. Now the second multi was 150 orbs for 6% chance, and then it was for the third step 200 orbs for a 10% chance of pulling a 5-star in the multi. And then it went back up to the full price of 250 orbs, and then it was 250 orbs for a 10% chance. But the 5th step for that multi was 250 orbs for a 15% chance, and you could keep summoning 250 orbs at that 15% chance over and over and over again, or you could wait for the daily reset and just do a multi at 6% chance for 50 orbs every single day for an entire week, which honestly, it was probably in your best interest to do 50 orbs for a multi every single day, and then on the last day just go balls to the wall if you didn't already pull the character that you actually wanted, which, let's be real here, 15% chance with even 12 characters in the pool and you wanted one specific character was 1.25% chance, which is actually, that's actually higher. 1.25% chance is actually higher than individual banners, which are known to be the best chance to get a particular character that you want, you know, that's actually quite insane. Now, moving on, when we got to Rangaku, well, for global, it was Rangaku, Sajin, and Soifon. I'll never forget this because the rates were so drastically lower. You had to unlock 6% rates. The 6% rates, the characters weren't even that good. The fillers were garbage. And then on top of all that, it was just a big slap in the face to people thinking that it's like, oh, global anniversary. It's like JP anniversary. We literally got more than, we literally got almost 3 times the chance to get a 5-star as opposed to the sequential step-ups. After that, we got the Anniversary Ichigo banner, which honestly, I feel like Anniversary Ichigo was a step in the right direction after the Rangaku banner, but the rates were still quite bad. I actually have the rates over here, and I'm only going to discuss the multis because I feel like the multis is where most people want to summon and blow their load, for lack of a better word. Now, it was a free multi for a 3% chance. Now, keep in mind the original step-ups would reset daily. This did not reset daily for global. So, you got one free multi at a 3% chance, and then you had to pay a 150... You have to pay 150 orbs for a 3% chance multi for the second step. The third step was a whopping 250 orbs, so you're paying the full price for a multi for a 3% multi. On top of that, Anniversary Ichigo was the only featured 5-star in that unit that was new. Given they had some good fillers like Noitora, Grimmjow, and I think Yami was in there. let's not talk Yami. But it pissed me off because you're paying 400 orbs. You're getting 3 multis. Sure, okay, yeah, 3 multis, that's not bad. But it's a 3% chance, so the chances of actually getting a 5-star was already incredibly low. But honestly, it's just like the rates are just drastically lower, forcing you to actually unlock 6% rates. And even then, it just wasn't good. So on the 4th step, you have already paid 400 orbs just to get up to the 6% chance, and then you have to pay another 250 orbs. So just to actually summon with a 6% rate, you would have had to spend 500. You would have had to spend 650 orbs just to unlock 6% rates, which in my opinion was probably the most disgusting thing in that banner. That being said, they did get the choose a 5-star. And honestly, I feel like choose a 5-star was incredibly good. I will be talking about that later because I want to talk about step-ups primarily, and then we'll get into that further. Now sure, step 6 guaranteed you a 5-star, but even with that, you still only had a 8.3% chance to actually get Ichigo. With 6% rates, Anniversary Ichigo's pull rate was 0.5%, but with step 6 being a guaranteed 5-star, even with that guaranteed 5-star, there were 12 characters in the pool. It was still only an 8.3% chance to actually even pull that Ichigo, which I think it was a real big slap in the face to anyone who actually wanted to pull him, especially those who saved up money. This was also during the time that Malaysia was starting to roll around. I'm not going to discuss that much into that, but if you know what Malaysia means, you know what I'm talking about. So there was a lot of people, like I personally spent I think 6,000 orbs and didn't pull Anniversary Ichigo. I did pull Noitora, so I wasn't really too salty about it. But it's just like, when you go deep and you spend hundreds of dollars and you don't get the character you want, it's kind of annoying because, honestly, Bleach Brave Soul is probably like one of the biggest wastes of money. Then again, most mobile games are. Like, for the price of 2 multis, you're not even guaranteed the character you want. And even if you get the character you want, you literally just paid $80 for a character that, even though you might like them, you probably won't even play with them in like maybe 6 months. And you know, the $80 gets you a lot, bro. Alright, so moving into the Anniversary Ichigo banner, they also introduced choose a 6-star, which I'm going to get into that in a later portion of the video. I just want to get step-ups in and out of the way. Now I'm only going to go talk about the multis because I feel like the multis is where it's at. Now, Anniversary Ichigo's banner, in my opinion, was probably the most controversial step-ups ever to be released, simply because, one, Lunar Ichigo was featured by himself. Like, he was the only new character in that banner, and even though the fillers were good at the time, Mind Grimmjow, Power Noitora with Flurry, not the strong attack damage one, and I mean, the fillers were good, right? However, you had to unlock 6% rates, and I have the rates over here. So it was, the first multi was free, that's cute, but it was a 3% chance, so I'd much rather pay 50 orbs for a 6% chance, but I mean, beggars can't be choosers, and they're never giving us those juicy rates ever again. The second multi cost 150 orbs, still 3% chance. And then the third multi actually pissed me off a lot, and it really irked me a lot because it was 250 orbs, but it was still a 3% chance. And so a lot of people are like, yeah, but you gotta choose a 6-star. It's just like, even to choose a 6-star, you're not really guaranteed anything new. And I'll get into it. We're gonna talk about that later. So the fourth multi is where you finally get 6% rates, but your multis are still costing 250 orbs each. So the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 7th multi, all of them cost 250 orbs. To get up to just to get up to 6% multis, you had already have to have been investing 500. You would have had to invested 650 orbs just to get up to and do the 6% chance multi, which honestly, in my opinion, considering this was supposed to be like an anniversary celebration, this wasn't even step ups. This was literally step downs, because I'd much rather just have the 6% chance unlocked right from the start, as opposed to having to pay this barrier for entry. It was like a gatekeeper. It was really annoying. Fortunately, this was during the time of Malaysia, so I wasn't paying crazy amounts of money, but even then, I think it was like $100 for 2,300 orbs, and I think I went 6,000 orbs, so I spent like $240, which obviously I regret. And $240 gets me a whole new monitor. Gets me, dude. You can do a lot of things with the money that people waste on this game, and it's kind of crazy to think about it because, strictly speaking, it's a mobile game. I'm probably not going to be playing this game in 5-6 years, and but the money that I had spent on this game, because I don't really spend anymore. I think I spend maybe like $25 every 2 months now. It's kind of, that's satisfying to say, actually. But anyways, moving on. The 6 multi in that banner was a guaranteed 5-star, but that being said, it was still only an 8.3% chance to actually pull Ichigo on the 6 multi, and it was a 0.25% chance to get Ichigo in the first 3 multis, and it was a measly 0.5% chance to pull Ichigo in any of the multis that are 6%. Not to mention that when you get up to step 7, it's not a guaranteed 5-star anymore. It's simply just, okay, fine, you can summon on the 6% rates. Here's a power heart for your troubles, and since you're already summoning on this, you're probably getting, like, if you're summoning after step 7, you're probably getting cucked at that point. So it's like, here's a power heart as consolation. Please don't complain about the rates. We gave you your 6%. And that was something that really pissed me off about that banner. Going on to 6 months later, we got round 2 manga. We got round 2 manga Unahana. We got round 2 manga Kenpachi, manga Trasher. And this one is like probably where I started doing rant videos, because I was pissed off. And for those that aren't aware as to why I was pissed off, is simply because they literally regurgitated the same formula of step-ups. And don't get me wrong, I was fine with the rates. The problem here, for me, lied with the fact that the fillers that they gave us were literally the same fillers that we had for step-ups. And the problem with that is anyone who was playing the game during that time probably already got most of those fillers trying to get this 1 out of 12 Ichigo that they kind of like force fed upon us, you know? And that really irritated me, because I still have like 8 Uryus. I know Tor Crunch has like 5 Uryus. Rawad has like 5 Uryus. I know Cowboy, like he's getting taught by his Mi 6 army of Uryus as well. Like, you know, it's just this whole bumbaka of like just Uryu spam. It was so annoying, and that's where the meme came of the, it's like, I am on your side or something like that. It's just ridiculous. But I feel like they corrected themselves quite a lot with the Ulquiorra banner. The Ulquiorra banner brought about this huge change, in my opinion, and I think that it's for the best. And I kind of was hoping that this would be the standard for most of their banners here in 4th after that, and which wasn't the case. Okay, so mind you, Ichigo's step-ups came out on the 23rd, and then on the 30th we got like another step-ups with Tensa, Yoruichi, and White Ichigo for Global, and JP actually got Stark, garbage, Halibel, garbage, and the Mind Ulquiorra, which was actually really good. So it was like 2 rounds of step-ups, just like we got with this Ulquiorra and then 1000 Year Blood War Volume 4, which I'm gonna, this is why I want to talk about this Ulquiorra and then 1000 Year Blood War Volume 4, because in my opinion, this is probably the biggest change in terms of actually giving a crap about your consumer base, which, let's be real here, I don't really spend too much money on this game because there's really no point to it. It's a waste of money at this point. There's no real reason for me to support this game financially, because they don't really have any benefits to spending any money in this game. It's just facts. If I'm hoping that I'm recalling this properly. Now, the first multi, even though it was free, it was a 4% chance. Now, bear in mind that it wasn't a 4% chance for the featured pool. Now, this featured pool was considered all 12 characters. So even though Ulquiorra was by himself, it was still a 0.25% chance at a 3% rate for a character in the actual featured selection. That confuse you? Yeah, it confused a lot of people. This actually brought on a lot of controversy. I remember D Profit posted a video saying 132 characters in the filler pool, unbelievable, worst rates ever. And I started laughing because I'm just like, bro, you're not reading it properly. Okay, so I'm gonna try to explain this as best as I possibly can. Now, this step-ups with Ulquiorra and 1000 Year Blood War Volume 4. 1000 Year Blood War Volume 4 came out a week later. It was a 4%. It was a 4% chance to get a 5-star for the free multi. All right, so it was a 3% chance to get one of the featured characters of the 12, including Ulquiorra, and then it was a 1% chance from this premium pool, which had 132 characters in it. So yeah, technically, if you want to put it like that, there was 144 characters in the pool, but 1% chance to get one out of the 132, 3% chance to get it out of the 12. After that, it goes step 2, which was 4% chance to get one of the featured, and then step 3 was 5% chance to get one of the featured. But this 5% chance cost, let me see, it cost 250 orbs, which in my opinion is fine. I like 250 orbs for a 6% chance to get a 5-star. I'll take it. Sure, why not? Now, step 4 is where stuff got a little iffy. It got a bit tricky because the featured pool now was a 6% chance to get a 5-star from the 12, and then it was a 0.5% chance to get it from the premium pool, which 6% chance to get featured, even though you're paying full price for the multi because it's 250 orbs. At the very least, you're getting better rates. You have a 6.5% chance to get a 5-star. That 0.5% chance, if you get a 5-star that's not featured, that probably would have been a 4-star if they didn't increase the rates of the step-ups to begin with. So even though they didn't increase the rates of step-ups in general of the actual characters that are in the pool, they gave you, in my opinion, I considered it like pity rates, because technically the rates are better. The rates for the characters that you actually want to pull in that pool is the same as Anniversary Ichigo and 1000 Year Blood War Volume 2, like per character. But you actually had the chance to actually pull a premium character. And I was kind of hoping that this would be the standard for later banners, but that obviously wasn't the case because we haven't gotten 8% rates in a long time. Alright, so going into step 5, 6, and 7, each of these steps was still a 6% chance to pull a character from the premium pool. No. Alright, so steps 5, 6, and 7 were still a 6% chance to get a character from the 12 characters, including Ulquiorra, and then a week later, including 1000 Year Blood War Round 4. But step 5 was a 1% chance to get a premium pool character. Step 6 was a 1.5% chance, and then step 7 was a 2% chance to get a character from the premium pool, with 6% chance to get a character from the actual well, step 7 was 2% chance to get a character from the premium pool, but it was still 6% chance to get a character from the 12 that were selected. And the reason that that's, in my opinion, very important, because step 6, you're guaranteed a 5-star. And then on top of that, you had a 7.5% chance per single after that guaranteed to get another 5-star. And then step 7, unlike the other previous step-ups with like 1000 Year Blood Over Round 2 and Anniversary Ichigo, the rates were still 6% chance. So step 7 was actually worse than step 6, which in my opinion is kind of stupid. So step 7 actually having higher rates than step 6 without guaranteeing the 5-star, I felt like that was acceptable, and I'll give K-Lab credit where credit's due. It was definitely better than just nerfing the rates as they did before. So going into the territory of 1000 Year Blood War Volume 4 step-ups, which in my opinion was definitely the best step-ups ever. And the reason that I say that is because whereas Ulquiorra was 1 out of 12, 1000 Year Blood War Volume 4 was 4 characters, so it was 4 out of 12. So normally an end of the month banner is 3 out of 9, 4 out of 12 is the same rate, right? So sure, getting each character is lower, but getting one of those 4 characters was the same rate as getting a normal end of the month character, being a 33% chance, which is 33.33333% chance of actually getting a banner unit, which is, in my opinion, is incredibly important because let's be real here, you want the banner. You don't, who the hell wants that random Uryu just chilling in the sideline sucking dick, you know? It just doesn't make sense. Like, I'm really tired of getting that daddy toucher like all the time. Like, it's just really annoying. So Ulquiorra, in my opinion, was definitely a welcome change, and then 1000 Year Blood War Volume 4 having only 12 characters, only 12, was definitely a huge boon to that banner, because I told people, I remember that because I'm like, we don't know if round 4 is coming out. We're missing 4 characters. If they actually save that for anniversary, it's going to be insane. So going into Choose a 6-star, Choose a 6-star is probably one of my favorite changes to the step-ups formula since the Rangaku step. I feel like that Rangaku was a really big no-no for them, but I feel like they rectified it. I'm just gonna take a drink. Nice, refreshing. So, Choose a 6-star is actually pretty good. Great, now I'm gonna have this stuck on my. Alright, so Choose a 6-star definitely brought about a good change to the game because it brought the players a sense of power and actual choice, which is something that I feel is very important. Now, what Choose a 6-star is you will get a level 200 character. They are fully maxed out, completely ready to fight, and they'll give you the 75 orbs for maxing them out. They'll give you the Hogyoku for maxing them out. But keep in mind that you will not get the 50 orbs for the 5-star counterpart, and you will not get the data entry for the 5-star version of that character. So just keep that in mind as well. So if you have a character that you never evolved to 6-star, but you have the 5-star version, you might not know that you're getting a dupe. So just be very careful with that. Now, one thing to keep in mind, these, what's actually inside the selection of Choose a 6-star. Now, the characters in Choose a 6-star, as of the last step-ups, did not include 1000 Year Blood War, did not include any movie characters. It did include the seasonals. But one thing to note about Choose a 6-star is it will not include the last end of the month banner. It will not include the mid-month banner. And it will not include the current and future banner. And some people are probably thinking, like, of course it's not going to include the future banner. But the reason I'm saying that is you get 2 weeks to choose from the Choose a 6-star. And it started with, okay, so say Anniversary Ichigo. I'm going to bring Anniversary Ichigo because he's the best example. Now, Anniversary Ichigo came out. He was not in the selection for Choose a 6-star. But since that went on for 2 weeks, after a week had passed, Yoruichi, White Ichigo, and Tensei Zangetsu came out, and they were still not going to be in the Choose a 6-star. And the reason I'm saying that is, technically, Choose a 6-star came out a week before Yoruichi, so that's why I said future banner. So just keep that in mind. So there's no the seasonals, and the seasonals do appear in the 6-star. So the seasonals do appear in the Choose a 6-star, and like I said, any character that's released in that month and the previous end of the month will not appear in that selection. So for example, the last Aizen that was released will most likely not be in Choose a 6-star if they give us a Choose a 6-star for this end of the month, if that makes sense. But yeah, overall, I do think that this Ulquiorra banner definitely brought about some good change. I like the 8% rates. I hope that they actually keep that, because if you really think about it, if you pull a character that's not in the featured 12 and you pull the 5-star, if they kept the rates the same, it would be 6-star it would have been 6% chance, and that 5-star that you just pulled, even if it's a dupe, even if it's a useless character that is just orbs, it would have been a 4-star, or it would have been a 3-star. You know, it could have been literal garbage. I do think that K-Lab definitely needs to bring about some change. And one thing that I do want to talk about is when it comes down to collabs, I feel like K-Lab is kind of shooting themselves in the foot simply because the amount of money that they spend in just like royalties is insane. I think that they pay like 40 to 50% in royalty fees. So every dollar that K-Lab makes profit, 50 cents of that goes to Shueisha or whoever owns the actual Bleach license and is just licensing it out to K-Lab. And I think that that is going to hurt the game in the long run until Bleach anime comes back, which here's hoping. Here's hoping. I think that would definitely bring about a big change to the game. I think that would definitely bring up a lot of YouTubers. That would definitely bring up the game's overall clout. Honestly, I feel like Bleach is kind of shooting themselves in the foot because they don't collab, and with the amount of royalties they pay, I don't think that they even can collab, even though they have the license for Yu Yu Hakusho. Hell, I wouldn't even mind if they decided to bring like Love Live to Bleach Brave Souls. I know a lot of people are like, why would you do that? It's just like, who cares, dude? It's different. Give us more stuff to like get hyped for. Like, this Ichigo is insanely hyped right now. But I'm gonna leave it at that. Y'all know this, guys. Grind on, catch me, pick me up, stay blessed. Like, comment, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.